welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Paris the Empress, and here again with another video for you guys. Oh boy, do I have a lot to catch you guys up on. Currently right now though, I am in Memphis, Tennessee. I have a load that I'm waiting to get loaded for, so that way I can head all the way over to, what is it? It's St. something in Missouri. I think it's St. James that I'm going to. I gotta double check. But I'm gonna end up heading over to Walmart, and then from there, I don't really know. But this morning I got a call for my driver leader, and she was like, "You got a drive cam?" And I'm like, "What is a drive cam for?" So then I looked, and they tried to say that they got me for speeding. They were saying that I was going 61 in a 45. I was on I-35 East, I believe. So I was like, I'm not sure what's going on. So are you saying any time that I'm on the highway going forward, I need to go at least 45? And she was like, "No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that you just need to check the drive cam and just leave a note in regards to what you'll end up doing differently." So I don't know, because according to my Qualcomm and according to my Garmin, it was saying that it was supposed to be 70. So I don't know how else we can look into that. Aside from that, my whole entire last week was just somewhat okay. I am completely recovered from whatever sickness was going on, and I have so much to tell you guys. So the last truck, just by looking at my setup, you can tell that I'm in a new truck. I should have started with that, but let me kind of give you a brief synopsis on everything that has gone on. And I understand that y'all probably cannot hear me, so I'm gonna have to completely turn this whole entire clip up. But the first truck that I had broke down a lot. Second truck, Biohazard. This truck, as soon as I got it, needed to be in the shop. That's it. So I am currently just somewhat, not completely tired, but I know I had a load that it took all day for them to, first of all, okay, so I had a load that was gonna pick up, that wasn't that far from the terminal, and they gave me between the 31st and the 2nd. Now after I got into this truck, I was like, okay, since today is the 2nd, let me just go ahead and run this load real fast. So I go to the place is closed. They had a drop yard, but I didn't have a trailer number to pick up at all. I thought I had to get the bills in the office. So the following day, or within that same day, I get a Qualcomm message from somebody from Gary, Indiana, that was like, "You need to head over to the terminal, or it's at Swift Transportation. You need to head over there." So I was like, okay, either way, I have to head over to Swift Transportation because it's closed. So the following day, I let one of the planners know what's going on. They look into it. The planner that set me up with it, she was like, "Yeah, the biggest thing is that it was supposed to be a drop and hook, and all you had to do was get the bills from the bill box. I didn't have a trailer." So she was like trying to get a hold of customer service to see if they can go ahead and give me a trailer number. It wasn't until after I was like, let me just go ahead and head over there now to where I got to go to pick up. I go over there to pick up. The load wasn't even ready. Load was not even ready within the given time or the allowed time that they were given. And so I was just thinking to myself, this is crazy. So the load Didn't get ready until 12. I had another load that I was supposed to pick up within that same day at around, what time? It was, I think around 2 or 3 that I had to end up picking up. And then I had to take that load all the way over to Austin. But that was a no-go because once I ended up getting the load and having to drop that load off, which honestly, it was a short run. It was like 30 miles. That's all it really was from what it is that I remember. It was just 30 miles. I ended up driving to, it was a furniture store that I ended up having to go to. They had to unload the mattresses because it was just mattresses by hand. So that took a few hours. So at that point, I remember probably sometime around 12, like once I actually made it to the place that I had to go to drop off, they ended up telling me, or I ended up letting them know, hey look, I was like, hey look, this is a no-go. Like, I'm not gonna be able to make it for the next load. I won't be able to pick that up. So they were like, no, you still have time, you have until midnight. So I was just like, okay, but you guys want me to deliver it at 6 o'clock in the morning. By the time they got finished unloading these mattresses, it was around 5, which meant I had to find somewhere to shut down, which meant driving for at least 2 to 3 hours to go back to the terminal, if that. Because with traffic, 30 miles ends up becoming at least 1 or 2 hours. So I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna make it, because not only that, but I would still end up having to drive to Austin. By the time I start rolling, it'll probably be sometime around 5, which means I'm gonna be extremely late. So they took me off of that load. They ended up that following day, because at that point I was at the terminal. I went to the terminal. I was like, hey, look, because at that point I think it was like the 3rd. I told them that I needed another load because I didn't have that other load. So I think what somebody told me, since I was still committed to that load, I wasn't dispatched on it because I was still on the previous one, to just go ahead and just deny it. So I ended up having my first load that I had to turn down, and I really don't like doing that. So, but it was within reason, because I was gonna end up running out of hours of service, and then on top of that, it was just a bad situation because I was still stuck on that previous load. So I ended up making it to that terminal, or making it to Lancaster again on the 3rd. I had spoken to one of the planners. One of the planners had me set up on a load that was supposed to pick up at 6 in the, I think, like the evening. Now with that one, he told me just call them around noon, see if the load's even ready, so that way you can just see if you can pick it up. So around 8, I tried calling, couldn't get a hold of anybody. So then later on, I ended up going into the office because I wanted to see if they had another number also, to see if that was the correct number. Well, while he was checking, while the planner was checking, because I got a hold of that same planner, that load was canceled. So I was just thinking, okay, this is not fun. So then I asked him if there was another load that I could just go ahead and get, and he did end up giving me another one. It was a load that needed to be picked up from Tuesday morning, and that I just needed to T-call in Memphis, the Memphis terminal, and I did that yesterday. And then within that same time frame, I ended up getting this load that needed to be picked up not that far from the terminal and dropped off in Missouri. So I think that does kind of let y'all know what has been going on with me lately. I do intend to make some more content, or just different videos and different types of variations of videos. I know that both those words are synonymous at some point or in some way. But I just need the right equipment to do that. And then on top of that, this has kind of been messing with me a little bit just in terms of my bag. So yeah, if y'all want to donate to me, let me not do that. Let me not do that. But I will reach you guys, or I will hit y'all up on the next video, or not even hit y'all up on the next video. I will return on the next video for you guys. I think that's all I really have. I don't know if they're still loading me. Maybe they are. But yeah, that's all I really have for y'all. I will see you on the next video. That's what I was trying to get out.